Who is it? Vinny!
Hey, dude, are you there?
Hey, what's up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude,
man?
I don't have a scary story, man.
I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll come
Brandon.
out your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits.
Facebook page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you'd like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot of...
But here's what you did. Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of moon. Third phase of moon.
Ten, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
All right. Welcome to Goof On Tonight, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Wednesday. Without looking, January 21st? Ding, 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 ding. 26. Glad you can make it here on the old hump day. Interesting show tonight, I have to admit. It's one of those nights where I have no idea what's going to go, how it's going to come out, what's going to come out, why I said this. Why did I say that? Why are we blurring? I've been watching the Avengers. You know, I'm going to focus. Here it comes. I can't hold it. Did it? Look at my. It looks like I was washing dishes. That's why my hands look doing laundries. I even ate a sandwich before we started this shindig tonight. There it is. I should have left it blurry. Yeah, I got a Hatticus. Yep, that's the old Bigfoot hat. Brought that one out of the plastic. Ben, oh my God, I was thinking of you, man. That's weird. Yeah, not now. Well, that is really, but about an hour ago, I actually said Ben the Yorkshire Goophonian, and then there it is. Welcome and thank you for being a member for over 3 years. Been here forever. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for this. What is this? Hey, Richie, I've been here longer than Xmas. Just gone by my 5th. I think always here for you, bro. Oh, I know. That I know. Can always count on you, bro. Especially with the drone stuff, right? I haven't flown the drone in a long time. Probably right before September. Yeah. Yeah. I actually charged the batteries, was going to go out cuz they drop to about half and then you have to charge them up. So I got 3 and then I don't go. So I wasted a charge. You only have so many charges on these batteries. Once you get to like 50, 60, it may not work again. That's what happened with my other 3 batteries. All right. But tonight I want to talk about, just for a little bit here and there, I'll jump around, we'll add it to the mix of conversation on whether or not there may be humans. I'm not saying, oh, they kind of look like us, or we're a hybrid, or they're a hybrid. No. It's us throughout the solar system, like on every moon that can be inhabited, and every planet that can be inhabited. Why does that not sound right? But what was his name? The guy who's the jet, the guy, what is it? The Lear, Roger Lear. No, John Lear. I'm fucking with you guys. John Lear, a little bit I was, said there's what? Millions of people, not hybrids, not aliens, not us, living amongst the solar system. Like everywhere, pretty much. He was on Art Bell quite a bit talking about that. I'm going to pull that info. We're going to listen to what he says. I think, yeah, it's Lear. And then you have Richard Hoagland, who insisted that there were pyramids on Mars. We're living on Mars. You can see the structures on Mars. He was the Mars guy through the 90s. God, did I love that era. Used to listen to him talk and like, God, that'd be great. It's like, it would be. And then the pictures come out. We go on the internet because that was still new at the time. Heck, I got to wait forever for this pic to load up. I hated those days. But yeah, we'll talk about that. And of course, UFO and paranormal news throughout the world. Of course. I'll show you. Let's see. Okay. This is so weird. Guys, I can't tell you how much work I put in today's show, and it didn't load up here. I'm waiting for it. All I see is some add-ons I did at 5:24, 5:15 to 5:24, and everything I pulled up from the research I did earlier today is not here. Yeah, this is weird. I'm going to try to find everything again as I play a video or something. God, man. Did I use another email by accident? Let me see. Hey. Oh. Interesting. And then I'm putting together a video with, I can't believe I said that yesterday. I had the wrong name. Yeah, it's going to be good. All right. So, yep. Something happened. All right. Well, I want to get you guys warmed up as I always do. But before we get you warmed up, I know my voice is still a little sketch. Let's see who's here real quick. Metalhead, how you doing? Welcome. I'm going to go quick. Juge, welcome to you. Brian Yates, everybody. BY, welcome to the show. David Wilcox, not Wilcock, to the show welcomes you. What's up, Vamp Skyder? Art Bell rocks, absolutely. I miss that voice, It's like Charlie Kirk. I'm now like, I need Charlie. I want to, Watch a video. Something good always happened when he was on video. What's up? Paris Diamonds, good to see you. Paula Faust, excellent. Hi. Welcome, welcome. There's Ben again, the Yorkshire Gathonian. What's up, mister? Aussie Tiger. The ABT. Aussie Boss Tiger. All right. That's pretty much. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do, so let's go. And there won't be anybody. There's not going to be anybody here. Ever. All right. So I have this interesting clip I want to play because I don't know why anybody would trust anything coming from Anna Paulina Lunatic. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna says interdimensional beings are real. Yes, I played a clip the other day. Is another one. And claims she can't reveal more without violating national security protocols. This makes her the second sitting member of Congress to publicly insist they've seen undeniable evidence of intelligent, non-human life, existence, or whatever. That's not what she said. That's not what they're saying. You know that, right? They're not saying it's aliens. Nobody did. Am I wrong? I mean, we all see the words that they're using, right? And how they switch it up and think, oh, that's what they said. Non-human intelligence. It's a chimp. They taught a chimp how to wear a space helmet. You know, who knows? It was a test monkey at Roswell. I'm telling you, they weren't people. They were chimps. Yeah, non-human intelligence. They're smart a little bit. They can know sign language. They understand that a ball bounces. They can recognize themselves, right? Self-awareness, right? But not self-understanding. All right, let's pull this up. Let's hear what the lunatic has to say. And yeah, this way. Thanks. Go. Go.
The record talking about, quote, non-human life forms that could be interdimensional beings.
It could be a dolphin.
Who are visiting us. Can you just explain more to people at home what that might mean?
Yeah, so that's definitely a mouthful, but that is directly based
Wow, she got some new tires on those lips.
on information that we've received from witnesses, also information that we have obtained and witnessed via our investigations. There is some stuff that I can't disclose of what I have immediately seen in some of these skiffs, but what I will tell you is this is not just some crazy conspiracy theory. Obviously, there's been massive reporting, not just in the United States, but around the world. And this is something that I think everyone kind of, has always had some curiosity about. We're just simply asking the questions now publicly.
You're on the
What was that last thing? What was this? What is this thing? What is this? What is this? What are we looking at? Look at that UFO they put up here. Look at these things. Everything is just like a shadow of some, you can't tell. They're so proud of their awful videos. I've got 200 of those tapes. I got the same shit. Anyway, I just wanted you to hear that. Oh, I want to address something real quick here, though. But did you hear about Australia has you can go to jail for free speech? Yeah. Just to let you guys know, we are living in very, very serious time. I think we're going to see a lot of interesting things happen in the next couple of years after Trump becomes extinct. Yeah, we're in the whole world, not just the United States, is in trouble. Forget about ufology. I don't know where ufology is going to be tomorrow. let alone 5 years from now. But I can tell you something about ufology. It's consistent. No evidence. Oh, why do you say no evidence? No evidence. I don't see anything. When there's a ship and there's people from another planet saying that I come from Zoltan, my name is Jonathan, this is my wife Ruth, those are our 2 lovely kids. It took us 8 seconds to get here. Do you know I had to miss a meal? Wouldn't that be great? I want to show you this, though. This is a really interesting looking being somebody took a picture of. I love this world. A Brazilian couple, and actually an elderly couple, they had a viral video after sharing photos of strange blue alien beings that they claim to have encountered in the middle of the forest. They call them Blue Guardians. Yeah. They call them Blue Guardians and also state that there are mysterious dark beings living high up in the trees. Why not? You know what those are? Monkeys! It's lots of monkeys living in trees around the world. Oh, yeah. I know. I'm part monkey. Yeah, we call it monkey, but it's monkey. Stupid. I know. All right, I'm going to play this video, and you're going to see the being and the pictures, and we're going to bring her in here, and she's going to show us how to make a souffle.
Clareia a floresta toda.
Isso aqui é uma foto mesmo tirada, não é?
All right, so far you have to say, that's impressive if it's real. Wouldn't you say that? I won't be interrupting it after this. But really, this is not bad. You can even see, I'm just going to point it out, that there is a light source here. And if they fake this, they know what they're doing. Because if you look up here, it shines all the way up there, even on the side here, right? You see that? And then over here up top. It's really interesting. I think this is legit. And that's all I want to say about that. Hey, what happened? Oh.
Isso é real.
Não pode o negócio
Rick,
desse.
pega com ela. A Cida falou, escute, a Cida falou que se você tiver um lugar escuro e você tirar várias que aparecem coisas que você não vê. Eu vi mais coisa, Lúcia.
Hoje nós vamos tirar foto. Uma vez eu desci uma nave. Você chora quando você vê ele. A energia dele é tão poderosa que você chora.
Você flutua. E quem tirou essa
foto? A dona
foto?
Cida disse que ela flutuava quando
flutuou quando ele apareceu para mim.
It doesn't matter what they're saying. What do you want me to do? They don't have it here. I can't. Picture in picture, video setting, and volume. That's all they give. I thought the pictures were going to be shown.
Aqui olha, isso aqui é foto que tiraram.
Foto que eu tirei.
It's right there. Look at that. It's got a conical shaped head. Isn't that wicked? It looks like a large gnome.
Lá na floresta que eu vou.
Ele é um ser que aparece.
Gnome!
Mas é tudo.
Eu quero ver das pedras, vocês não detalham, ele perto do caminho.
Olha lá ele lá, olha lá ele.
Olha isso aqui.
São os guardiões da mata, né?
Guardião da mata.
Tem guardião do morro também.
Ele aparece a Jungle Man. Jungle Man, she said. I know the language a little.
E a do anjo passa
in the water.
Olha só.
Oh, did you see this one? Look at this.
No.
Look at that. There's the ground right there. That's only about 50 feet up, if that.
Olha essa foto aqui, ó.
Look at the detail. Are you kidding me? If this is real, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Wow.
Look at that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Doesn't this look like Kenneth Arnold? His description. I mean, this is the picture, but it looks like one of Kenneth Arnold's 8 or 9 skipping stone UFO wedges. Damn. Look at how sharp and clear that is, dude. If that's real, this is crazy.
Olha só.
Damn. Oh, look at that in the center there. Oh, it's like a little entry. You can see it goes down. There's a little bevel edge. It kind of comes up and goes into something. This is cool. If it's real, it's cool. I believe them. They're acting really well. And they're all speaking, so Spanish.
Isso aqui é. Cadê a do anjo? Mostra.
And they love coffee, everybody. Come on, they're coffee drinkers. Did you know coffee is not from a bean? I'm sorry to disappoint all of you. It's a pit. I know. You're not going to believe. Just ask your chat friends.
Perto da Casa das Pedras.
Look at this. And I guess they're saying it's up here.
A foto. Olha tipo anjo.
It's on the mountain. I guess. All right. This, this is really cool. This is Brazil. In Sedona, they have a lot of these flat plateaus, those tops right there. Mesas, I think they're called. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that those people that they saw, and they call them the Blue Guardians, and I guess they're Brazilian. That's wild. Oh, let me show you this. Somebody did I guess they posted more on X. Let me show you this here. Look at that. It's an actual picture. Oh, wait, the guy said it's fake. Fake photo can be searched through Google Image and found in different places. All right. Well, this one is fake. That's not the one they took, is it? It's not the one we saw. And what about the spaceships? If you go to the right here, it says, are they fake too? And the beings in the forest? Now, what's curious is that an old man who barely has an internet access, judged by the state of the house in the video, wants likes based on a fake story. Yeah, this person saw that too. Bro, that's not the exact photo. Stupid as shit, though. Yeah, clearly not the same photo. Yeah. Of course, we're going to get a bunch of people real skeptical. Oh, what is this I'm looking for here? Oh, demon. No, we're not going to look at that. All right. I was just seeing what was there. Seeing what was in the threads. If you guys want to help support, you know where all the links are. Giddy up. Like, share, subscribe. It helps keep us all alive. All right, let me pull that Art Bell video up here first. Oh, I'll play this and I'll get that. We'll do two it. Oh. Okay. I'm not sure what to do. Billy Carson on why Trump wants Greenland, or Jacques Valley. I call him Jack Valley now because I saw somebody said that in the chat and I want that in my vocals. Aliens breathe our air. Let me see what the. Oh, it's only 24 seconds. It's only 24 seconds. Metalhead, thank you. Aw, thank you very much, man. It's a $2 super duper chat from a continuing supporter of Good Fun. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Well, I only need another 38 for today to reach our goal. 40 a day is the goal. All right, let's hear what Jack says. I'm not even going to open it up. I'm just going to play it. I don't even know why I waste my time. But I think I know why on this one. Listen.
Of reports of creatures, live or dead, associated
Dorothy.
with crashed or landed vehicles of unknown provenance, a total of 7 creatures. In particular, all the creatures just mentioned breathed air normally.
All right, you know, that right there. Jordan Crowder on this post, I don't know if you see it, says according to Jack Valley, the aliens that he studied all breathe air normally. Since he won't say it, I will. These are not aliens. They are from Earth, just a different time and dimension. That is the real disclosure. You know what? That's fantastic, actually. Isn't it? We'll get back to that. Thank you, Metalhead. That's $2 and that's plenty. Don't you worry about it. Thanks, man. And Dorothy, give a hoot. Contribute to T4U, Truthology for you, Ufology. Thanks, Dorothy. How you doing? Good. Good. I appreciate it. You guys, long supporters. Giddy up. I had some edibles, so I think they kicked in a little bit ago. I feel kind of funky. I don't know if I'm floating, because it feels like I'm floating a little, just a little. What was I supposed? Oh, Art Bell. All right. Give me a second. Don't what are you gonna worry about? Where are you guys going? All right, Art Bell. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's pull it up. Art Bell, Jonathan Lear. People live all over solar system. There it is. Ready? Oh wait. Hold on. Oh boy. This is George Knapp. I got an idea. Here we go. I am so good at search now. After 30 years. All right. So John Lear apparently knows so many things. I don't believe John Lear. I'm just going to tell you. I know, shocker. Why does that shock you, though? The guy says there's millions of people living in our solar system. Yeah, they're all on Earth. No, that's not what he means. They're all over the solar system, on moons, living in the water, underwater, whatever. Whatever. All right, let me pull it up. Here it is. You want to watch John Lear's UFOs first? No? All right. Hey. All right. I'm making sure this is the one. Can't believe John Lear died 3 years ago already. It's that long? I'm having an issue. This is so weird. I think this is it. All right. Pretty sure I'm right. It's just it's a 3-hour show, and I don't remember the title, but I am certain this might be it. 40-30 chance. course it doesn't make sense. Here we go. From the Art Bell Vault, in a place that nobody knows in the desert southeast where the snow doesn't grow. Huh? I said the snow doesn't fall. You said grow, dude. That's actually weird. If snow grew, if it did, would it grow down or would it grow up? Discuss. No, here we go. Let's get it up in there.
Mining instructor and holds a blaster license. End quote. During the late 1980s, John tracked down and found the Army intelligence analyst who read, probably by accident, the U.S. government report Grudge 13, which documented the history of the UFO cover-up and details of saucer recoveries, disposition of their occupants, and handling of civilian witnesses. The report included clear photographs of these recovered extraterrestrial craft and the beings found inside. It further detailed how recoveries were made worldwide in specially designed transports to accommodate the craft. John spent time poking around other UFO-related areas to include Dulce, Socorro, Aztec, Alamogordo, Albuquerque, Los Alamos, and Bentwaters Air Base near London. Since that time, John has learned many interesting and incredible facts about the solar system and its planets, including the existence of huge structures, arches, bridges, and domes on the moon, cities on Mars, huge extraterrestrial ships mining the rings of Saturn, the incredible but secret agenda of Apollo 17 to the huge...
Wait, did he just say Apollo Asteria? Blake's wife? Or girlfriend? Oh, Apollo 17. Thank you for correcting.
Rectangular opening in the south massif of the Terrace Littrow Highlands called Nansen. He suspects that Venus does not have the sulfuric acid atmosphere with a temperature of 800 degrees that we've all been led to believe, but instead is a planet very similar to ours with a similar but much more technologically advanced civilization. John Lear believes that the government has very good reasons for their continued cover-up, but refuses to discuss them.
Okay, I'm going to pause there because I want to just, whatever, we're not going to listen to 3 hours tonight. But this is 23 years ago. So when you're listening to this, I want you to ask yourself, what has changed since then? What is he saying that I'm hearing today that hasn't changed anything at all? What claims does he make that hasn't been proven or has? So, try to dissect a lot of it that way for yourself so I don't have to pause it that much. Now, I did put a poll in the chat room. If you guys saw that there, the poll is, are you satisfied with the progress ufology has made since 2016? We're at 82% no, and only 44 votes, but that's everybody pretty much. So I'm going to end that, and I'll come up with another poll for the second half. We'll probably go to 8:30 tonight, so enjoy the next hour if you're here. Appreciate it. And here we go.
He also believes that the government never, ever intends to release any UFO information.
Do you hear this? Do you hear what Art Bell just said? And I'll rewind that 10 seconds. John Lear said this.
Secret agenda of Apollo 17 to the huge rectangular opening in the south massif of the Terrace Littrow Highlands called Nansen. He suspects that Venus does not have the sulfuric acid atmosphere with a temperature of 800 degrees that we've all been led to believe, but instead is a planet very similar to ours with a similar but much more technologically advanced civilization. John Lear believes that the government has very good reasons for their continued cover-up, but refuses to discuss them. He also believes that the government never, ever intends to release any UFO information, and if forced to say anything, will obscure, tangle, and weave a deceptive line Asked outright if he believes the public has a right to know these facts, John says no, they don't.
I didn't know he said that. Maybe that's why I liked John Lear back then. That is weird. That is weird. He thought, maybe that's how it got planted in my head, hearing that. No, I was already thinking that way, but it's very interesting. This is a year before I got into ufology. What am I talking about? I was thinking 2013. It's 2003 this is. John Lear is going to say some stuff tonight. Let's move forward.
And they went for my clearance, and they were told by the Air Force and NASA that under no circumstances would John Lear ever get another clearance. Now, I had Q clearance up at the test site for some work I did with Dynelectron, and it was just monitoring below-ground tests from the
9/11 thing that people should at least hear. I mean, everybody can make up their own minds about it, but you're a commercial pilot, and there's certain things you know. So how about it?
No.
Pilots who were taken to...
All right. We don't want to hear 9/11.
No.
I knew Phil...
No.
Of you and the year of Lazar for you. A lot of people, of course, are pretty recent listeners, and gee, it's been a decade, although we have I actually interviewed Bob Lazar not too long ago, John.
Yeah, I listened to it.
Oh, you did? You heard it?
Yeah.
It might be really interesting to kind of get that period of time, from you, for all the new listeners. There are so many.
I spent some time with Bob a month or so ago. I had an occasion to ferry an L-1011.
Fast forward.
I want to work at Area 51. And Teller said...
No.
Somebody was asking, that proves that Lazar knew the schedule, roughly.
No.
It's the stuff outside, and of course, I may have been a little different. I spent a lot more time looking outside. I remember one of the last flights that I made.
No, I know it's towards this half of the show. So
with the operation, any space mission that included Mercury.
Here we go. Now we're in it. All right. Probably right after that.
On their business.
Well, that's true.
My point is that if you knew the whole story, you wouldn't be pushing for disclosure.
No, I wouldn't. Of course I would not. I
huh?
believe that Brookings was accurate. In fact, I believe even more than that. I've spent all these years getting emails from talking to people in the Bible Belt. John, I talked to a lot of them. I know how the fundamentalists feel, and it would churn us upside down.
Okay, yes. I agree with you. Now, last night I talked with the guy who's heading up the Disclosure Project in Washington, D.C., and I read him the exact same thing I did to you, and he said, yeah, go for it. Let's do it. We have a right to know. And I'm wondering, how could you possibly think like that?
Yeah, how can he? I've asked the same questions, really, I have. And you get a wonderful speech in return that also makes sense, and you get the patriotic angle. You get the, we're part of all that's happening, and we really do have a right to know about these profound issues. They're so profound that we have a right to know. And the argument sounds good. It really does sound good. But I also know what would happen if this information became...
You're 100% right, and that's how I believe. And they bring up the argument, well, I'm tired of the government lying to us. Well, that's what governments do. That's what they're for. I mean, they lie to us continually, but on this particular issue, they're correct.
You pretty firmly believe that what you just laid out there, it was a litany of horrors, to be sure, is pretty much accurate, John? You really think
I didn't put all the bad stuff in there, but yeah.
No?
That's essentially what it is.
I thought you were going over the top a little with the human mutilations. And
why? It's a fact. I mean, it happened.
I hear these dark, quiet, don't quote me, but there have been these things going on type conversations. People that I deal with who really do know what is going on have talked very quietly, John, about human mutilations. is just kind of almost at the whisper in your ear stage regarding human mutilations.
All right, let's move a little bit.
Show Networks.
Here we go.
With those pictures, and eventually went back, changed the clothing, got to the airport, and sent back to Hawaii. And he disappeared.
And
I never heard from him after he sat in the same room that I'm talking to you from and told me that story, and never heard from him again.
Odd. From David in Portland, an interesting question, one that I would have made it to anyway, but please ask John if Lazar ever mentioned the word containers to him. Lazar read about containers in the briefing papers, so the military knows about this as well. Containers, ask about the containers. This means everything. And I guess maybe it does.
What is the question?
Well, whether Bob Lazar had ever mentioned that word, containers, to you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes?
Yeah, he's the 65 external corrections, and that the aliens referred to us as containers, and that was in the briefing. Now, remember, when he went to work there, every day would be taken into this room, and he said there was, 100 or so briefings in small packets, each one was stapled, and it had, maybe 10 or 15 pages, and a number of pages would be stapled together at the back. In other words, his clearance hadn't progressed.
All right, I got to go fast forward. I don't want this.
Like this.
They will not like it, but it's a one-time shot.
Experiment is going.
What the experiment is about.
This to chew on. I interview a really bright guy who annoys the hell out of my audience when I have him on. His name is Matthew Alper. And it is his contention, John, that we are wired to worship. Wired to worship. That there's some aspect of the human brain, and sure enough, you can go find some tribe that hasn't been touched by man, and they worship something, the sun, the moon.
Do you guys believe that we are programmed to worship? I never heard that before. That's weird. That's almost saying, it's part of humanity, our DNA. Like pattern recognition. No, I don't know if that's why. I think it's just in the personalities of humans to be curious and wonder. Is this it? We're not that stupid. I mean, God, people do think of stuff.
The wind, whatever, they worship something, in some cases making sacrifices. In other words, everybody is wired to grasp this belief.
Well, no.
That we cannot deal with the concept of mortality, and so the brain, in its own defense, is wired to worship. And he takes a lot of flack for that.
He should.
But
that's silly.
Doesn't that kind of make sense with what you just said about our creators and the experiment and all the rest, wired to worship?
I would agree that we're wired, but we certainly have to. We have to hold on to something.
Right.
Yes. We have to hold on to something. Well,
if
you were our creators...
You don't have to hold on to anything. I don't. I want to, though. Because for 40 years, I didn't. My life didn't change. Everything just went right along. Could it have been more positive? I don't know. I was a pretty positive guy. Could it have been better? Maybe. I don't know. But if you're a positive person all the time, I mean, something's wrong with you. You're psychotic.
And you were setting up the experiment, you might wire your experiment to have religious, to tend toward having to have...
This is not what I want to hear.
10 years, and so there are probably... Well, you would know a lot more about contrails than the average person, being a commercial pilot. Probably, somehow or another, you'd know a lot about contrails. Has there been, in recent years, something in contrails that is abnormal, that's different?
Just so you know what year it is again, it's 2003, this interview. And I'm going to let you in on something you probably don't remember or even know. but 2003 is the year before chemtrails went viral on the internet. Yep. Yep.
That's different.
Well, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on the people who study the contrails, but, contrails are contrails. There's so many airplanes in the sky that, I don't see anything. And I've looked at a lot of these crisscrossing contrails, and I think, well, maybe, but, it didn't become a part of my interest.
So he's not going to have an answer because he never researched it. Got it. Why don't you just say that? Just say, I never researched it. I mean, you may think I would being a pilot, but that's not what I need to research. So I didn't care. Tell the truth.
So, that. I think he read something into what we were saying, and I understand you're not saying that. You are acknowledging we have an eternal soul, or a soul, at any rate. And so, I guess.
Do you believe in an eternal soul for the human? I'm going to say something that I didn't even know I was going to say. I think that's got to be a yes, right? Hear me out. Okay. Everybody here has seen the movie Contact, right? And the most famous line in that movie is what? There's so much, out there, it would be an awful waste of space, right? If it was all for nothing. With as many lights as I see out there, and with what we're being told could be habitable planets for humans, I think you have to have an eternal soul if you're going to go visit every place. And I think all we see is for us. Yeah. I mean, I won't remember saying this in the next life. But maybe I did say it somewhere else, maybe in an Andromeda galaxy, a planet, something over there. But maybe that's why it's so darn big. So we don't bump into each other. We can do what we want. It's almost like playing a video game, really. Only so many people could be in your reality at one time. I don't know. Is it a mixture of reality and computer? I don't want to say AI because I don't even think they would call it AI. I think they would call it God. Very strange to hear me even say that, but it all makes sense. But the weird thing about prayer is that it doesn't seem to work all the time. Well, yeah, it was just his time. See, I don't like that. Well, the car did go over his head area, and they did have to give him another heart. I mean, the odds were against him. Oh, yeah, and he had one lung. All right, I get it. But it's not as random. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's hear what else. I want to hear about these people living all around the universe, solar system, whatever.
Or are you sort of saying there's no point in digging anymore because I know as much as I need or even want to know?
Yeah, I'm satisfied. That doesn't mean there isn't a huge volume of more information. It's that I am personally satisfied. I am personally satisfied to go up and sit in my cabin and spend the rest of my life looking at the deer and the quail and getting the gold mining operation going. I'm satisfied. I know as much as I need to know. That doesn't mean there isn't a volume.
I understand. All right, let's talk about gold for.
Ready?
Yeah, there are 400 billion stars out there, just in our galaxy alone. If only one out of a million of those had planets, all right, and if just one out of a million of those had life, and if just one out of a million of those, it'd be an awful waste of space.
My daddy said that. That was a good part. They were a good couple, power couple. Even though they're both the opposite.
Sure.
Well, Zachariah's been on the show, a number of times, and I know his story really well with regard to what he believes our history is, which was that we were created early on as gold miners. And I don't know why it's such a crazy story, with the planet that comes zooming by every now and then, and that we were created for this gold mining purpose. But I do know that humans have an unnatural attraction to gold. You can hold gold in your hand and you can feel, I don't know.
Everybody who touches gold, especially if you ever held a gold bar. Have you ever held a gold bar? It's ridiculously heavy. I think they're 30 pounds, right? Oh, anyway, it's heavy. You're like, what? But gold there's some weird energy. I don't know if it's energy. I don't know what it is. But I think it's also knowing what you're holding is very valuable and is special to a lot of humans that have lived in the past and literally built mountains of gold to roll around in. You know what I mean? They actually, Donald Trump, let's just say it, has a gold toilet bowl. That's not Donald Trump. Oh, it is.
John, I don't know. There's something special when you hold a piece of gold in your hand.
Yeah, William Bramley came up with the same idea in The Gods of Eden, where he hypothesized that we were being bred as slaves. It doesn't mean slaves to dig gold, but that was part of the hypothesis.
There is something special about gold, John.
Thanks,
I don't know what, but maybe as a gold miner you can comment on.
Hey, Dorothy, that does look good, actually. Many Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss. It's a book that Dorothy here, dit.55, posted. I'm showing it on the screen. And it says he studied people's past life stories coming from patients he had. That's got to be so detailed oriented. How do you not believe something like that, especially being a doctor, an MD? That's medical doctor for those out there, right? Isn't that what MD means? Thanks, Dorothy.
Do you feel it? When you hold gold, is there something abnormally special about it?
All right, I'm going to see if I can find this now.
People in there sent soldiers into there to support the rebels. Now, this really angered Somalia that...
No.
I don't understand the question.
Over the years in the airline industry and piloting, how massive, I guess I should say, is it understood that drugs and guns are regularly
smuggled
information, and saying, what would your decision be? I don't know. I just...
This is weird.
Operator. Talk to him about what he's doing. What would you say to him?
To zero, I don't know how you say it, paper.
Yeah, I thought, see, you all heard it if you were here in the beginning of this Art Bell broadcast. They said people living throughout our solar system, and I thought we were going to hear the details that I remember hearing. Maybe it was edited out. I don't know. Maybe I skipped over it. He literally talked for 30 minutes straight because I remember, but I'm not. And they didn't start talking about it till over here, and I went very careful to not go more than a couple of minutes at a time. There's no way we missed it. No way.
Right.
Yeah, okay. To Coast AM.
And Bob said, look, we've gotten away with this long enough. Let's bring this to a close. So.
Okay, I've got a computer here, and people can send me questions kind of as we go along. And somebody was asking, that proves that Lazar knew the schedule roughly of what was happening.
All right. I'll take a look for that. And but it was just hearing what he said, and because Didn't you hear Art Bell say in the beginning, structures on the moon, bridges, things? I thought we were going to hear what I remember hearing. And he had a lot of numbers with this, and he had a lot of good information that corroborated kind of what he was saying. And he was naming, from what I remember, naming off these, the name of the projects that they were called, whatever they were working on. I'm really surprised that wasn't it. Maybe it was edited out. And I noticed the time on this was weird. 2 hours and 50 minutes. Art Bell always did 4 hours, didn't he? Nah, I don't know. I just don't remember anything anymore. Thanks, Dorothy. I am going to pull this up here real quick. Yeah, that clip. I love that clip from Contact. All right. Now, speaking of whatever, I don't know. Oh, boy. Wait. Do I want to do that first or this? All right, I'm going to play this. I played this, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to play it now again because it's only 2 minutes. It's Eric Burleson, the congressman. It says he went full disclosure on Thursday on Tim Alberino's show. The aliens, NHI, are most likely an ancient advanced civilization still hidden on Earth. Or time-traveling future humans. I mean, is that really an and/or situation? I mean, it's either you're alive or you're dead. Okay, that's an and/or situation. Not an ancient advanced civilization still on Earth or time travel. How do those... he even suggested they could be biblical watchers, which is what John Lear was pertaining to God and everything else. The angels and demons from the book of Enoch. Least likely, they're beings from elsewhere in our solar system. Yeah, don't be going anybody else's. Stay right here because nobody can get away from the gravity of this solar system. And if he's right, everything we think about history, reality, and spirituality just got flipped upside down. Not really. That's how you sell it, though. Here we go from Interstellar on X.
Indeed are non-human, then I truly am gonna try to be scientific in my thinking about this to try to be open to the possibilities. So I think that if it is indeed a non-human that is created and navigating these objects that we're seeing, then I think that there's a few plausible explanations. One is that they're traveling here real time from a nearby planet or even within our own solar system that we haven't encountered. That's one possibility. I think I believe that's probably the least likely. Two, I think that it could be very ancient, and that what we are experiencing is that we've had ancient, at some point in the past, and when you take, the reason why I say this, Tim, is that if you take a window of time and you expand it to thousands, if not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, the likelihood of something having visited here is improved, right? And so that, to me, is more plausible, that you have something that maybe didn't visit here real time, but we have uncovered that material through archaeological find and then reverse engineer that. And then the other is, I'm gonna get a little bit more ethereal, if you will, is that there is no such thing as really space-time, that we're talking about a species or a race that can traverse space-time with in such a way that they're not truly traveling here, and that would be a completely advanced race, almost to the akin of what I would call spiritual, like angels, or a phenomenon that we once described as angels, or some people would still describe as angels. And then the other possibility is that this is a future race of us that has developed advanced technology to time travel. And if you think about it, if future generations can time travel back and then observe or just watch or see
Sure.
a previous human race or
Spit it out!
human civilizations, that's another explanation that I'm willing to explore.
My goodness, right? Everybody here knows Whitley Strieber. Now, I remember when Whitley Strieber got famous when he came out with Communion. I think it was 87, 6, somewhere around that, maybe 85, I don't know. But it was cool. I thought the movie was kind of boring, but Christopher Walken did a really excellent job as himself. But I made a comment the other day when I said he reminds me of Christopher Bledsoe, because I don't think either one of these guys, after their first legitimate experiences, okay, I don't think they had any more afterwards, thinking they were going to have more, and then it just stopped, became a drug to them, an addiction, with the attention they received of being someone different, someone special, someone who can do things that millions of us can't, and that's talk to other aliens and or have communication with another species from wherever. It's not something I can do that I know of, not in this world, not in my dimension here, and maybe not in an awakened sense. But got this post from Fringe. I don't like what I read. I'm going to show it to you, because I don't believe a lot of these people have continuing experiences after their first one. Now, I don't make that determination, right? It takes years for me to come up with that determination if they're still around. And I just don't like what I see. Look here. So if you think you're a tough guy and you wouldn't comply with the aliens and their, what is that, progenitors? Progenitors, or you think the aliens have no power over us, you're sadly mistaken. That's what Fringe wrote. Okay, but I want you to see this. The visitors threaten me with the destruction of my soul if I discuss certain things, so I don't. He says the quote from Whitley Strieber is disturbing on so many levels, not the least of which appears to be a bargain with the aliens for his soul. What isn't he telling us? Now, that's a grift. That's another book. That's another mill in his pocket. That's another, oh my God, I wonder, everybody's talking. What did he just say? Well, that's amazing. Well, oh, I never heard this. Right. Yeah. He's got to keep us with the dangling carrot. Now, why would aliens say that? Never heard that before from anyone, anywhere until that. It's never happened. Do you believe it? I'm telling you. Whitley Strieber is one of the biggest dickheads in this field. I don't like him because I know what he's doing. He's lying. In the early days, maybe he wasn't. That story, that movie, yeah, I believe something could have happened. He did have, witnesses. They saw lights. They heard an alarm go off. If you saw the movie, they visited them in their cabin. And I don't know if that truly happened, if it was part of the story they made up, or if it was really out from his own mind in the book, which turned into a movie. I don't know. But alleged witnesses said they saw weird things, but nobody said they saw an alien, only him. I don't buy it. Sorry. Not sorry. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of this. What time is it? It's only 8:05. Oh my God. All right, Billy Carson. This is good. You guys are going to like this, I think. I like Billy Carson. I really do. I think he's cool. I have no problem with Billy Carson trying to bring some information he believes and make a few bucks on documentaries and stuff. I know there's, that, what's that guy with the one eye issue? Scambian? Billy Carson's a criminal! They're all criminals. What life does that guy live? A criminal calling other people criminals. That's slanderous! I've never been arrested! You're criminal in my eyes. Let's just put it that way. Oh, good save! Steve Scambian. Is that where Thor went back to his girlfriend over there? So, I don't know if you guys know, but Greenland is up for grabs. No, it's not up for grabs. All right, let's see what Billy says.
And everyone else is just following the leader, right? All sheep are led to slaughter. And so what is it about Greenland that makes it so enticing, that makes it so desirable? We're going to talk about that tonight.
I can't do it. I just can't. I thought it was only 5 minutes and 30 seconds. It's 58 minutes and 19 seconds. I can't do it. That's too long. I don't know what to listen to. All right, let's go here. Oh no, I know what I'll do. Here we go. Where is it? Oh, wait, here. Wait. All right, got it. And there. All right, it's coming up. Here we go. Oh my God. How wild is this? Ah! Wow. Oh, that's uncool. That's not cool at all. Oh, that's just wrong. All right. I'm looking for some videos here that I found earlier today, and I wanted to play something for you guys. It's really nice. You're gonna love it. What is the name of that guy? What is the name of that guy? Here we go. Pull this up. All right, I got it. I couldn't believe I couldn't remember. Here it is. I got it. We're going to go to Mars with Jean Ward. I saw something that I think you're going to enjoy. He found the most craziest stuff on Mars. This is unbelievable to me. That this guy, he should have over 100,000 subscribers. All the work he does, and he's just chugging along. And now he's almost at 10,000 subscribers. We met him when he had 5. So he's doing it. He's still working. Check this shit out. I'm so glad I remembered this. There's something else I have to talk about.
We've already seen, and it reveals new ones. So the anomalies, some of these huge bright objects that litter this terrain. So the site is located just to the western edge of Near Terra, near Chamberlain. The coordinates 63 degrees, 18 minutes south, 131 degrees, 20 minutes west. We'll have a look at some of the anomalies to measure the approximate size of the objects we'll be looking at. So this one, I would say, is about 8 meters in diameter. Let's take a closer look. Check that out, folks.
It's an avocado.
Neatly shaped disc with this huge dark spot in the middle. Looks like a perfectly rounded part right there in the center, and then the left-hand side is slightly embedded in the surface or covered by some sand.
This is so weird.
Let's take a closer look at the remaining anomalies that are discovered at the site in this specific photograph. Check out the 3 parallel lines there, folks. Those are approximately 8 to 9 meters in length.
What is that? That is weird.
Spaced evenly apart and parallel with one another. This has some weird features around it. Looks almost...
I can't believe what we're looking at. That is bizarro. Tell me that's not bizarre. This is Mars, guys, not Arizona. It looks like there's a rock there, or the whole rock is underneath, but what the helmet? Look at the wave in there.
Metallic over here to the top right.
Wow.
What could this be, folks? Some
That's
type
a trident.
Of underground ventilation.
It's bent. It's like this, or it's like this, the trident. It got bent, and then the 3 prongs are out. Right? Isn't that what it looks like? Look.
And then we get to these huge rectangular blocks. This one I'd say is about 5 meters in length.
Jesus, 15 feet across? That's a
Got
coffin.
Neat right angles to it. Uniform thickness.
Jeez.
Very smooth, flat sides. Here's one that's a little larger.
Larger?
Check that out. Again,
wow.
Neat right angles. And this one seems to be slightly rounded.
Oh, yeah, it does.
On the one side. Also uniform in thickness and in width. And then the long narrow item there, folks, about the same length, just a little narrower.
It's a voice recorder.
Right angles, straight edges.
It's a very large voice recorder.
Check out the recessed
That's
rectangular
wild.
area on the left-hand side.
Good job, dude.
Looks highly artificial, not like a typical boulder, I would say. All right, let's have a look at that item highlighted there. It's about 4, 8, 10 meters in length. Check that out. It's got like a ridge parallel with the one side.
Can you believe this?
And then it seems to be hollowed or carved out. And then that strange, smaller,
it looks like an altar
part on the left-hand side.
I don't know.
Again, rectangular in shape. Right, check out this long narrow piece. 4, 8, 12. About 10 to 12 meters in length. 2 parts to it. Right angles.
You know what that looks like here? Like it was a monolith and it fell over and the cap fell, it broke at the neck, or whatever the top piece was. This whole area that he shows looks like it's been hit with a wave of water, massive water.
Uniform width.
And then,
also
of course, billion
highly
years with just
reflective.
nothing. Crazy. Crazy.
Right, check out
Ooh, look at
this. We've seen this in other photographs taken at this site. So that there's about 8 meters across.
Oh.
And let's see, 4, 8, 12 to 16 meters in length. The right angles, then multiple parts on top of the larger piece. This looks like a panel, possible wreckage. Who knows, folks?
It looks like a basin, like water would hit here and then trickle down into the basin here and roll this way. And then this might have been something that was rotating and dropping items off, or maybe you just hung your towel there. Or I don't know.
The surface texture around it
Pretty wild stuff, man.
looks quite
He's got a
strange
lot of
because
things
this
here. Let's take a look, see if we can find anything else like really weird.
towards the
Yeah, he's got a
one
lot
side,
of good weirdness.
the surface up there
Look at that.
sort of widens towards the top. As I say, quite. Right, check out this monolithic block.
Another one.
I'd say it's about 12 meters. Angles. It's almost triangular in shape,
Yeah.
like a cylindrical
Oh, look at that. It's a Coke
shape
can.
to it.
Weird. It's huge, though.
The object highlighted there is about 8 meters. Then the layered
Uh-oh,
3 on
look at
that
this.
side and 3 on this side. They're almost like
Whoa.
louvers.
Oh, wow. Looks like a handprint. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 indents like fingerprints, and then there's the palm. Your brain can make you see whatever it is.
Reminded me,
It's chicken.
all right, we're in Google Earth Mars.
Oh, right on.
Zooming
going to
down
Mars?
to the.
Whoops.
This is an incredible site.
That's
It's
not
just like
Mars.
Proctor. There's also edge. It's got a sheet metal top of it. And then this strange triangular part. Come on, folks.
Come on, get to Mars.
Fingernail. That's odd.
He's going over everything.
Not that it is 14
All right.
meters in
Well, that's
size.
that then. Thanks, John Ward. I'll put the link to JW in the show description. I didn't know I was going to even play that. That's cool. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. Kind of a casual evening, nothing really serious happening, and it was a strange day. So losing half of the show, I was checking throughout, seeing what happened to everything. It's gone. It's so weird to me, but we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm gonna make it up to you somehow, some way. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, super chatters. Dorothy had sent me something here. The cover of that book, and I've been trying to get into my notifications on X, and I don't see it, Dorothy. I don't see it. Sorry. Maybe if I refresh, see what happens. No, I don't see it. All right. Thank you, everybody. And look, hey, it is what it is. Appreciate it, though. What was I going to say? So we'll be back tomorrow. All right. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Hey, I want you guys to always do your own research. But if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out for ufology. You see what's a double? It's just me. All right. I'm going to get you guys on out of here with the intro, outro. Giddy up. FAFO, everybody. Alien Blessed. There he is. I knew Thor was going to show up if I did that. Woo! Alien Blessed.
You fucker! censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold.